this is the only place you need to go if you need cheap and fast coins to build your God Squad. Hands down, they have the cheapest prices. Make sure you go to MMOXP.com and use code WOLF for 5% off. Link is in the description. Now, one of the things that I've experienced while using the Series X and Madden 21 is I haven't had any lag on defensive adjustments. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm just lucky today, playing a couple games, couple practice sessions, right? Or the Series X is just so powerful that it overcomes EA's BS. Now, I would imagine PS5 is going to be, if it does fix defensive lag, the PS5 is going to be the way to play too, because they're both good consoles, right? They're next gen, stronger, faster, more powerful consoles. Still trying to get my PS5. I'm a little upset about that. But anyway, man, it feels nice. It feels good. Graphics are still like Xbox One, right? But the next gen Madden 21 doesn't come out till December, whatever, 10th, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th. I don't know, bro, all right? What's taking them so long, man? Someone tell me something. All right, so I'm going to show you guys a defensive play, give you quick setups to run just as a base look, all right? A base setup. And what you want to do is, if you're going to be running it within the cover one that I showed you in the previous videos, you're going to want to run, when you run the man, you're going to change the speed, but when you're going to run zone, you come back and you change it to balance, all right? It's just something you're going to have to get used to. If you're playing a fast QB, you could probably put this on conservative. You probably want to put it on conservative if you're running against a mobile QB. And I would imagine Madden 21, every game is mobile QBs, right? So you probably want to put that on conservative. And then down here in the curl flats, you want to change this to 20 automatically. Automatically. Don't even use regular curl flats, all right? Change it to 20, all right? And then we're going to talk about the nickel normal. What you're going to do, you're just going to take these linebackers out and put the safeties. Kazi, somebody tell me, man. Man, I have so much trouble. And then if your right end is a bum, right? You don't have a good right end, then put a linebacker in there, bro. Your fastest, I don't know who's faster. I don't know the depth chart to the Falcons, but let's just assume Jones is the fastest, right? We're going to put him there. Now, why do we want to do that? Because we can man up the running back. We can put him in a hard flat. We can do different things with this guy that we want. However, I'm going to give you guys the base setup, base look. The name of the play we're going to talk about is the cover 3 buzz press. Now, two main things that I want you guys to engrave into your minds when you're going to run cover 3 buzz press, all right? First, you never base align cover 3 buzz. Never base align cover 3 buzz. There's a reason why you're running it the way you're running it, bro, okay? I'm going to show you why you don't base align it. Number 2 is you have to change one of the outside blues. You cannot leave this defense the way it is because of the glitches. All right. Cover 3 buzz press, Falcons defensive playbook. Let's talk about it. We'll go against the trips formation. Now, the cover 3 buzz press just stock. Like, they just snap the ball. Say I just leave it the way it is. The way the defense is set up with the blues in a cover 3 buzz is those corners that are in blues are actually like almost pressed, and you can actually press, okay? You can press these guys down. You see the blues on here? Now, what does that do for us? Well, let's assume my man's throwing a crossing route. These blues will play crossing route, corner routes a lot better than anything else. The cover 3 buzz press, okay? Now, let's see what it does against PA crossers. Y route might be open because it's cover 3. But you'll see that we have so many people on crossers just in a stock formation. So if you want to run the play stock, you can. However, I don't recommend it, man, because of the situations at hand. All right. And what I mean by that is if I can glitch this defense out. So what we want to do is we want to run it this way, right? But we want to change our blues from time to time. And what I mean by that is we want to go ahead and put deep halves or quarters out on the outside. Okay, so you can put outside quarters, right? Put B, put him on an outside quarter, and let's just see how they react. Okay, this is the blues. This is the second thing that you have to do automatically is to change your blues. As you'll see, we have quarters now. All right, so changing them to quarters. Now, if you're gonna run deep halves, all right, if you're gonna run deep halves, I would not recommend pressing. Here's why. Let's say we take X and put him on a deep half and I press, okay? Now, he's probably still gonna throw the B route, but watch his backpedaling. Look at, if that was a streak, he's gonna get burned. Let me show you guys an instant replay. This is why you don't press deep halves. All right, let's go to instant replay. I'm horrible instant replay, homies. Okay, look, I just want you guys to see this. In a deep half, if this is a streak, watch what happens. The back pedal, back pedal, back pedal, back pedal, turns his back. That's a touchdown. I don't care if you shade over the top or not. That's a touchdown. So what I would recommend is for you to back off, okay? Right? Or not run cover 3 buzz. You could switch to, well, actually we can't. Cover 3 buzz press is the audible. Jesus. All right, that's my fault, homies. All right. Back off individually and then put a deep half like that, okay? So now if we back off individually and put a deep half on the left side, well, now that guy can't beat you on that deep route because he's going to turn his back and play the pass according to the way he's supposed to. So you'd have to do that individually. Now, are you fast enough to do that? I don't know. And this is where it gets more advanced. So what we're going to do and what you can do if you want is, I tell you never to baseline, but if you're in a position where you have to do something, you can baseline, okay? That's going to move everybody to their default positions. They'll go into a regular cover 3 sky look, right? So you can baseline, pinch the line, crash them outside, okay? Take B, put him on a hard flat. This is going to be the setup. This is going to be the base setup. B on a hard flat, this guy on a deep half, this guy on an inside third, okay? Just like that. Just like that. Now, with this setup right here, you're going to have everything, I'm assuming, and this is another thing, if they're on the left hash, I'm assuming that he's going to the right with his read. So I'm going to have a hard flat, I'm going to have a curl flat that's going back 20 yards. Everything to the right side of the field should be locked up, including the tight end on that little out route. So all I really have to worry about is the left side. Now, when you're using your user with this one, you already know the weak spots of the field, okay? Got to be careful with the Tyreek Hill. You got to put X on a deep half as well. Make sure you're running double deep half so it's looking like a cover 2. Here's the idea. When you run a cover 3, you want to make it another coverage, but make them think you're running cover 3. Does that make sense? If you're running cover 2, you want to make it a cover 3, but have them thinking that you're running a cover 2. What does this do? Well, they have cover 2 beaters in their heads. They have cover 3 beaters in their head. They got routes that beat cover 2, routes that beat cover 3. But when you're changing them to other coverages, those reads aren't going to be there and they're going to throw picks. I promise. This is why I always do back end adjustments when I'm using different defenses. This is exactly why. However, with this look, we're still keeping a cover 3. You know what I'm saying? So right here, we'll see the read that he makes and then we'll adjust accordingly. I'm going to follow the crossing route, but that's just what we do. And we get the pick because, well, everything's locked up, bros. You know what I mean? Now, like I said, if you put a linebacker on the edge down here, okay, let's say he sends his running back on a route. Maybe he puts him on an angle route or something. Even if you man up the running back, he's probably going to get away on an angle route anyway. So we're going to pinch, spread outside, right? With baseline, if you want to run deep halves, you can run deep halves, X and B, right? And then leave that inside third there. And then you can put B on a hard flat so it look like this. So now we still have our deep halves on the outside. Boom, just like that. And then you can man this guy up right here. You can man him up to Tyreek Hill. And then I can use this guy. So this look right here is a very good look because now you're taking that. And that's one of the routes a lot of people that see cover 3 want to use. Boom. Almost got the user alert. So that's a setup right there. If you need to spy someone, you can spy the B guy. You can spy the linebacker. Make sure it's your next fastest linebacker that's on the field. If you're taking your fast linebackers out to replace them with safeties, then put them on the line, bro, to use them for coverage. You know what I mean? So crashing, slanting outside, you can pinch the linebackers, blitz them, and then use this guy. So now we have a blitz coming in. You know what I'm saying? And then try to man up the inside guy. You always want to try, if you're running a cover 3, you want to try to man up like Tyreek Hill or somebody, okay? And then you're going to watch the middle of the route, the middle of the field, and you can press the tight end if you want. So like this. We know we're sending pressure. We know we're going to get pressure. It's just how quick can it come in, and can it get there before this guy actually makes a read? We're going to get the pick because it's crossers. We already know what to expect, and that's what we're going to do. So real quick, man, I just wanted to share just some adjustments. There's so many other things you can do in cover 3. You know what I mean? But you want to try to utilize the cover 3 buzz as much as possible. You can even use this guy on a blue, right? And then use this guy and then keep everybody where they're at. Put a half out here so they don't get you on a cover 3. Put B on a deep half, right? And then you can run cloud flats, right? And then leave it the way it is. Maybe put this guy on a purple, depending if they're looking left and then user this guy. So it look like this. Actually, if you do that, you probably want to put Y on a hard flat, curl flat. Like I said, you want a hard flat and a curl flat in this cover 3. That is probably one of the main things that you can do. And then play coverage and just see what kind of reads he makes. He's still trying to throw this because nothing's open, but people make different adjustments or whatnot. And don't be afraid to use the B guy. Okay, so Jones, put him on a spy if you want. If you think he's a runner, you can do that. But remember, make sure you're changing at least the B route to a half. Maybe change the X to a quarter, outside quarter, right? Do that and we'll see. And then man up Y like this. So look like this. And then user this guy. This is a good setup right here. Now you're giving up everything underneath, but you'll see the quarter, how he backs up and how he plays. You see how he's running with him? He's actually running. Let me show you guys that again. See right there, we didn't have no one really underneath, so he's got open routes now. But the quarters, the way they back up too, is actually you can use outside quarters. So instant replay. Let me show you guys how this guy backs up now. As we snap the ball, he turns his back fast and he's running in front of him this way. So you can use outside quarters with inside thirds, deep halves. If you're gonna press, if you're gonna want to press, right? Trying to give you guys as much information, and you don't want to keep those blues, then put X on an outside quarter and then B on a deep half like that. Okay, do that. That's gonna save you. All right, and then you can put this guy on a man. I just messed that up, homies. My bad. My bad. And then you can baseline press to have this guy on the outside far out here. So if they do try to throw a corner route, Sheffield will be over here on this side. So watch this video as many times as you need. Go back to it, learn the setups. I already know how to run a game. I'm gonna try to run it in game for you guys so you guys can actually see it in action and see what kind of stuff we get away with, or how many picks or whatever. But I like to blend it in with all the other defensive plays, and I'll show you more. So make sure you guys drop a like. Love you guys, man. Peace.